Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we're going to be tackling the question of how do enemies react to the Crooked Cop on Data Hive and Halo 3 ODST betraying you. So, as you've probably seen by now, if you get all the audio logs on Mombasa streets and proceed to mission Data Hive, you actually unlock an alternate segment of the mission where the cop that assists you, he actually proceeds further. And he gets to this room where he has to check up on some of the dirty work that his boss did. And in the previous video, a very recent one, we tested to see what happens to allies. How do allies react when the Crooked Cop betrays you? And it was pretty interesting because when the Crooked Cop turned against you, all your allies actually turn against you. That's how they react. They join the cop in trying to take you down. And if you take the cop down first, then, well, your allies turn back to normal. And they act as if you just betrayed another ally. But for today's video, we'll be tackling the question of how do enemies react to the Crooked Cop betraying you. Some people in that previous video speculated that maybe the reverse will happen, where allies will turn against you. The enemies in the room, enemy AIs nearby, will actually join you against the cop, which I wasn't sure what would actually happen, but it would be kind of interesting and ironic if that happened. So for this video, we put that to the test, and we're gonna start with the brutes. Spawn a couple brutes and wait for the cop to turn against us. So right now they're still enemies, and right there the cop turned against us, but they both show up as enemies for me. And the brutes will still attack me, and the Crooked Cop will still try to attack me, but they will still attack each other. So even though they're all against me, they're not with each other either. So this isn't like a enemy of my enemy kind of situation. The cop essentially is just scripted to just turn against me. Because I know some people ask what team the cop is on when he's an enemy, and he doesn't really change teams per se. He's still on the player's team, but the way this works, and I kind of mentioned it in the previous video, but I didn't clarify enough. The way it works is that this is from what I understand, the cop turns against you because the same system used when you betray a lot of allies and then the surviving allies start turning against you. It's basically that same system, from what I can tell. Which is why with the allies, after you take out the cop, when the allies turn friendly again, they have the dialogue that says that warns you not to do it again. But that's basically why. And when your allies turn against you in all the other Halo games, they're not friendly with the enemy AIs either. They're just against you, but they're still on your same team technically, but they just don't like you anymore, and you'll still attack enemies as well. And of course, taking the Crooked Cop out does not have any effect on the enemies either. It doesn't suddenly turn them friendly either, because like I said, it's kind of the whole team change thing. Well, it's not really team change, but the whole turning the cop against you thing, it's independent of the team system in Halo. They don't actually switch teams, that they just turn against you as if you betrayed an ally or something. But yeah, so that's basically how it works, and that's basically why it doesn't affect enemies at all. Enemies don't react any differently to the Crooked Cop turning against you. They'll still attack both you and the Crooked Cop, and the Crooked Cop will still both attack you and enemies. And just like with friendly AIs, it doesn't really matter what enemy AI I spawn either. All of them will still stay enemies to both me and the cop. So that's basically how enemy AIs react to the Crooked Cop betraying you. As in, they really don't react at all. They'll still, move on with the business as usual, and the Crooked Cop, he just basically chose to make everybody an enemy to him. So yeah, probably not the best move on his part with all these enemies in here, but that's the way the game is scripted, and that's how it works. So just to reiterate one more time, the Crooked Cop is not changing teams. He's not switching to the Covenant teams or anything like that. And the enemy AIs in the room, they will not switch. They will also not change who they want to attack like friendly AIs will. But yeah, so there you guys have it. That's basically what happens. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video and found it to be interesting. And as always, if you did, make sure to leave a like. Leave your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything else you want me to check out or look into, or anything you want me to test out, stuff like that, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll definitely do my best to check it out when I get the chance. But aside from that, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!